Good morning guys, we are now here at Yum Al-Bahar Heritage Site at because request po ng karamihan na bakit hindi ako magbigay ng lecture tungkol sa real estate investment and since yung pong iba is mga baguhan pa sa real estate and even me naman po ako baguhan pa rin po pero I'm very much willing to share what I have learned in real estate industry kung paano tayo makakapag-invest ng mas maaga. At bilang OFW, tayo po mga OFW ay mahalaga sa atin na habang tayo nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa, tayo ay natututo mag-ipon para sa ating kinabukasan, sa ating pamilya at sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. And without further ado, punta tayo ngayon sa aking laptop. Dala ko ang aking laptop and I will discuss with you basic terminologies of real estate para naman po magkaroon kayo ng ideya tungkol sa real estate. Dahil ang topic natin for today is how to invest in real estate. On your screen, I will give you the basic terminologies of real estate, and these are the first, residential, or sa ibang bansa they call it home in general. Mortgage, or sa atin, sa Pilipinas, itawag natin siyang bank financing. Total contract price, or TCP. Down payment. Monthly amortization. Equity. Capital gains. Lease or rent. Principal, interest, tax, and insurance. When we're talking about residential or home sa atin, may kakategorize natin siya sa madaming katawagan. First, we can have it like sa Philippines, commonly known as single attached. Ito yung merong pinto, merong bintana, may bubong, nag-iisang building sa loob ng lote that we can call it single attached. Pagka naman po sa duplex, ang building ay meron siyang katabi na building pa ulit o na bahay pa ulit, so which means that there are two that is duplex type. Sa duplex type, iba't ibang klase ang merong modelo na ginagawa sa atin sa Pilipinas. Meron tayong mga duplex with provisions of loft, may duplex homes with extensions, at meron ding two-story duplex. Okay? Pagka naman natin tinawag townhouses, ito ay may mga magkakadikit ng mga property sa isang kahaba, sa isang strip. Maybe ito ay 3, 4, 5, 7 or 6. So that is townhouses. Now, when we're talking about condominium, so we have mid-rise condominium and high-rise condominiums. Usually, pagka mid-rise condominium, ito ay mga nasa 3, 4, 5, 6 floors, 7 floors, and so on. Pagka naman mga nasa high-rise condominiums, ito yung maabot ng nag-start ng mga 10, 11 to 13, 15, 30 to 20, 30, 40 floors. So yun yun. When we're talking about mortgages, a mortgage is a loan financing the purchase of maintenance of a property, land, or other types of rental properties. The lender agrees to pay back the loan over some time, generally in a series of regular installments divided into two, principal and interest. The property serves as a protection for loans. Usually, pag i-apply natin ang ating property sa bangko, usually ang ating pinaka-collateral mismo, yung mismong property natin to serve as the protection of the bank sa mga loans na gagawin natin sa kanila. Halimbawa, kumuha tayo ng property sa isang trusted developer at ito ay nasa prime address, okay? And yung property, it has a hotel-like lobbies. And meron siyang professional property management. Usually, we are asking for a flexible payment term sa mga banks, and meron din siyang capital appreciation, most affordable in the area, subject to appreciate in value with this coming adjacent commercial development. And of course, we are also looking for a high return on investments because if your property is in a primary address or primary locations, it has already market due to nearby schools, offices, BPO, hubs, and other commercial establishments. Isang halimbawa dyan na magandang ibibigay ko po sa inyo ay isa sa mga property ng SMDC, which is ang Shore Residences na nasa MOA. Bakit? Bakit siya naging prime location? First, alam natin that MOA is MOA. Mall of Asia is there. And magandang development, best entertainment places is there. Lahat na ng isipin natin nandoon na siya. Kagandahan dito sa Shore Residence is that magkakaroon to ng Pasay Monorail, which will provide a seamless connectivity to and from MOA Complex, as Jokno Avenue will house the main station, which in turn will be connected to hallways. Wow! So ibig sabihin, mula po dito sa may MOA Complex mismo, magkakaroon siya ng connection mismo papunta doon mismo sa may Taft Station natin, which from the Taft Station, doon mismo ko connect ang MRT1, MRT2, MRT3, and so on. So connect na siya hanggang sa kung saan mo ka makarating saan mang parte ng Metro Manila, makakarating ka through this Metro Rail Transit. That's a good thing, di ba? And by the way nga pala, kagandahan dito is that because meron siyang connection ng train, kukonect din to hanggang sa Bulacan. You know why? Kasi ang LRT, they are developing now LRT going to Bulacan and going to Cavite. So, yun ang kagandahan doon sa area na yun. Very prime location. Now, halimbawa, ang property po dito is, let's say, 7,039,500 pesos. Now, and then bibigyan po kayo ngayon ng discount. Let's say, sample computation lang po to ha. Let's say 10% discount. So, meron kayong discount na 703,950. Diyan pa lang, panalong-panalo ka na doon sa presyo mismo ng property mo. Next. So, ang magiging price na lang siya after discount. Sa first discount mo is 6,335,550. Now, at since halimbawa ay pinili mo na magbigay ng 5% discount para mapakinabangan mo kagad yung property mo, mapaupahan mo kagad yung property mo, binigyan ka pa ulit ng 1% discount pa ulit dahil sa Give Me 5 promo or yung 5% na binigay mo kagad, na binayad dating kagad sa developer. No, meron ka pa ulit na discount na 63,355.50. So in other words, ang magiging total list price mo na lang is 6,272,194.50. Well, obviously, meron tayong dyang VAT. It's because of every property that beyond 3,199,200 ay meron tayong VAT dyan. At plus, meron tayong mga other charges. Okay? Now, if you will pay 5% of that, so it's gonna be like only 371,627.52. Kasama na dyan yung first payment natin na i-reserve natin, because if you want the property na maging sa'yo, kailangan mong magbigay na reservation para hindi na maibigay sa iba yung property na yon, para ma-assure na sa'yo mismo yung property na yon. Okay? At kagandahan doon is that once you paid for 35,000 na reservation fee, whatever mangyari na increase dun sa property na yon, hindi na yon tataas kasi na-lock mo na yung price na yon sa kanya. Okay? So yun yung first payment mo. Ang second payment mo after like say 30 or 40 days, tsaka ka magbabayad ng second payment mo, which doon mo na babayarin na natitira 327.52. One payment lang yon. So in other words, from that moment, makukuha mo na kagad yung property mo, mapapakinabangan mo na kagad at mapapaupahan mo na kagad. The 5% is 371,627.52. Okay, so that is your first and second payment, which is for about after 30 to 90 days, pwede ka nang mag-move in. Maparentahan mo na kagad yung property mo. Kumikita na kagad yung property mo. Okay? Now, the remaining 10%, dun sa 15% na down payment mo is 743,255.05. So, which means you have to pay that for about 47 months. Now, ang monthly amortization mo doon is 15,813.94 lamang. Pero, ang kalakaran dyan sa may MOA area, ang parenta dyan, pag pinasok natin siya sa Airbnb, Agoda, at iba pang mga platforms, meron kang i-income dyan sa kada month mo ng about 70,000. Bakit? Dahil yan ang kalakaran dyan sa area na yan. And don't worry guys, because I will teach you paano po ninyo o natin siya may papasok sa Airbnb. Don't worry, I will assist you with that. Kung dating isipin 70,000, let's say maaring isang araw walang pumasok na income, walang client tayo isang araw, dalawang araw, it's okay. So let's say 50,000 lamang per month ang nagiging income ng unit mo. Now, let's do the computation. Your monthly rental income minus your monthly amortization, so which means ang may iwan natin sa kanya is 34,186.06. So, ibig sabihin may cash flow ka na kaagad na 34,186.06. Now, in 47 months, if you will times that into 47 months is equals to 1.6 million na kaagad. So, ibig sabihin, in 47 months, meron ka na kaagad na cash flow na 1.6 million. Hindi pa ba sapat yon? Anong assurance namin? Nakikita yung area na yan dyan, yung Sure Residence na yan, mga kabayan. Sure Residence is in Mall of Asia, the lifestyle city. Sa dinami-dami po ng opportunities sa lugar na yan, it's too impossible na hindi pa siya kikita. And knowing na meron pa po tayong mga other marketing platforms like Airbnb, Agoda, at iba pang mga platforms, including social medias of Facebook, Instagram, at meron pa rin tayong SMDC Good Stays. Later, I will discuss what is SMDC Good Stays. Okay? So, imposible. Ibig sabihin po, na yung mismong monthly amortization mo na binabayag doon, for 47 months, siya ay self-liquidating na siya. Bakit? Dahil yung rental income mo, minus the amortization mo, na self-liquidating na siya, meron ka pang cash flow. Ibig sabihin po, nagsa-self-liquidate na yung mismong property mo, hindi na ikaw nagbabayad. Ang nagbabayad na doon mismo, yung mismong rental income mo na. That's a good thing with this. Plus, meron ka pang cash flow no almost 1.6 million sa loob ng 47 months. Habang siya ay binabayaran mo, may cash flow ka pa. Apart from your cash flow, meron pa rin tayong capital gains. Your principal is 7,432,550.47 times 10% your interest yearly. Okay? So, on your first year, meron ka na agad tubo or interest na 743,255.48. On your second year, meron ka na ulit 8,175,805.52 times 10% ulit on that year dahil nag-gain na ulit siya. Now, on the third year, meron ka na ulit 8,993,386.08 times 10% ulit siya. Meron ka na ulit 899,338.608. Now, on your fourth year, nag-appraise na kagad ulit yung property mo ng 9,892,924.68 times 10% again na annual interest niyan. Okay? So, on your fourth year, meron ka ng lahat na tinubo or nag-appraise ang iyong property na 3,449,446.676. I-plus natin ngayon yung ating principal o yung TCP natin before when we took that one 4 years ago. So, 7,432,550.480. Ang property mo kagad ay nag-appraise na kaagad siya sa worth na 10,881,997.156. Now, i-less natin ngayon yung principal natin ulit doon para makuha natin yung mismong ating gain doon sa property natin. So, less natin yung principal natin which is 7,432,550.480. Meron tayo may iwan na 3,449,446.676. So, yun mismo ang ating capital gain doon sa property po natin na kinuha natin 4 years ago. That is the very important thing. Now, let's move forward to the sample computation for your mortgage. Like for instance, now let's move forward now to your mortgage or your bank financing. Like for instance, Your mortgage of the remaining 85,000 is 6,317.667.91. That is 85% of your allowed bank financing, which that will start on your 48 month. That will only start your mortgage sa bank, which means you might have 6 to 7% interest rate sa bank for your mortgage. Ano yung napapaloob sa mortgage natin? So, dito nga napasok yung first, principal. Second, yung interest nung mismong inutang mo sa bangko. Now, yung tax na babayaran ng property mo sa government natin, kung saan siya nakatayo. Now, plus the insurance, because the moment na pinasok natin siya sa bangko, kasama dyan ang insurance. Okay, whatever will happen sa atin o sa property, insured yung property mo. If ever man tayo, biglang ilayon na tayo ng 10 malayo, na tayo biglang mamatay o whatever, secured ang property mo, yan ay mapupunta sa iyong family. Whatever mangyari sa atin, secured yan. Hindi yan makukuha ng kahit ng sino, to automatically bayad ang iyong utang sa bangko dahil yan ay naka-insurance. At walang magiging problema ang iyong family because of the moment na tayo biglang pumanaw, mamamatay man tayo, bayad ang property mo, solve ang problema ng iyong family. That's the good thing kung bakit importante yung insurance na yan. Kaya kasama yan doon sa mortgage na binabayaran natin sa bangko. Like for instance, kinuha natin siya ng 20 years yung ating mortgage, yung ating bank financing sa bangko, dahil pasok natin siya doon. The good thing is that if our property is nag-i-income siya ng 50,000 a month, now, at ang iyong babayaran sa bangko for the mortgage is only 40,000 a month. So which means meron ka pa natitirang 10,000 as your extra cash flow yan. So ibig sabihin, yung property mo nagsa-self-liquidate na siya. Binabayaran ng monthly rental income mo yung monthly amortization mo sa bank. Wala ka ng problema. Solve ng problema nating lahat. That's the good thing. Hindi ko ito naisip before. Lately ko na lang siya na-realize na oo nga, no, pwede nga pala. Bakit nga ba hindi ko siya naisip nung ako ay kasagsagan na malaki pang ini-income ko that time? Kung kailan nawalan ako ng ganung kalaking income, tsaka ako na-realize na oo nga, na pwede nga pala, dapat pala yun ang aking ginawa. Kaya ngayon ako nag-i-start ulit. To continue, let's say your 34,186.06 income per month, your cash flow times 47, that is how much? 1,600,744.83 ano ang yung cash flow. Plus idagdag natin ngayon yung iyong equity ng property mo na 3,449,446.67. In a span of 4 years, meron ka ng income na 5,056,191.50 Yun na kagad yung total profit mo sa property mo. Imagine, di ba? Sayang. That's why most of the investors, they are buying property while the prices are low. And we can achieve that when the property is in pre-selling stage. Tapos, naubos na ngayon yung inventory ngayon sa market, which is nagkaroon na ngayon ng high demand yung unit na yon, yung sa project na yon. Bakit? Dahil naubusan na siya ng inventory at wala siya sa portal at high market value. Yun ngayon ang moment na pinagbebenta ng mga investors yung mga property nila. Bakit? Para mas madoble, matriple, makwadruple ang kanilang mga property prices. Now, ibig sabihin, when you buy your property low, then you can sell it high. That's the time that you are going to sell your property higher than the amount of what you have purchased it. Okay? Which means, yun ang magandang strategy ng mga investors. Sana lang madami akong pera. Sana lang noon time na yon na ako nasa Dubai pa nung malaki pa yung kinikita ko. Sana noon ko pa lang nakilala si SMDC para at least noon pa lang moment na yon madami ako na invest para hindi na sayang yung pera ko sa ibang bagay. Hay, naku, sayang. Anyway, tuloy lang. Laban lang. Kabayan, you can start your investment and business for as much as 35,000 pesos lang to reserve the property para hindi ka abutin ng pagtaas ng unit, ng worth na unit na yon. And ang amortization lang nun is that 15,813.94. monthly. Ito yung sa 5% down payment. Kung sakali man na hindi ganun kalaki ang ating pera, ito lang pera na, meron naman tayong mga nakukuhang mga property as low as 25,000 lang na reservation, and meron din namang mga property na mga worth na mga 8,000 lang siya ang kanyang monthly amortization. So madami tayong mga property na mura lang. Ang kailangan lang is that pag-isipan ng maayos at hanapin kung alin yung pwedeng para sa atin. I hope you have learned today about residential or home, the mortgages, the total contract price, the down payment, the monthly amortization, the equity, the lease and rent, capital gains, the principal, the interest, tax and insurances. And I hope na meron kayo natutunan ngayon sa akin in my very simple way. I can help you for free, and just continue subscribing in this channel, as well as following my Facebook accounts. If you are in YouTube, please subscribe and press the notification bell. If you are in Facebook accounts, Instagram, Pinterest, and other social media platforms which I have, it's on the link down below. Just please press the follow button. Once again, I am Rich Londons, your content creator.
Hi guys, good morning again and welcome to my channel, and I hope this will be another fruitful and input feeding video. Today's video, I will teach you how to start your investment for as low as 30,000 pesos and become a millionaire in 4 years time. Saan aabot ang 35,000 pesos mo sa panahon ngayon? Bili ng cellphone na gusto mo? Anong unit ito? Or bili ka ng expensive bags or laptop? Source mo kung ano ng gusto mo. Pero ang tanong, at the end of the day, kikita ba yung mga binibili natin ng mga gadgets na yan? We better invest in real estate. I will teach you how to. How? You will buy property and we will wait for the maturity of property, and it will drive us a million fortune in the future. You know what guys, after finishing this video, you will become a millionaire. Just like the other colleague who became a silent millionaire in 4 years time. I am Rich Londons, your content creator. How to invest my 30,000 pesos and become a millionaire? Most of the people buy something they want and not the needs. It's like, for instance, house renovations, gadgets, travels, and so on and so forth. That's why they end up of paying over and over and over again. Whereas in investment, they pays you triple. What is an investment? According to Investopedia, an investment is an asset or item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciation. Appreciation refers to an increase in the value of an asset over time. When an individual purchases a good as an investment, an intent is not to consume the good but rather to use it in the future to create wealth. An investment is always concerned the outlay of some resource today, time, effort, money, or an asset. It hopes of a greater payoff in the future than what was originally put in. For example, an investor may purchase a monetary asset now with the idea that the asset will provide income in the future or later be sold as a higher price with a profit. Rich people always invest in assets. Buy one, space you over and over, like condominiums, offices or office residentials, and residential. How are we going to achieve all those things? What strategies that we're going to need? First, pay expensive debts. Providing and eliminating all expensive consumer debt increases your opportunities of taking out more productive loans for real estate or business. Debts that make no money are bad debts. Choose the ones that produce return on investment are more essential. Second, a single bedroom condominium. People are only required to put at least 5% down on the purchase of a condo unit that can be rented out to Airbnb, Agoda, Booking.com, Instagram, Facebook, and if you are going to acquire units from SMDC, your units will also be in their social media markets at SMDC or SMDC Good Stays. Why it's very good investing in real estate, guys? Well, because your property appraises, your property gains. Let me give you an example, man. Like for instance, your property needs to pay for about 5% only, for about 150,000. Upon first and second payment of your down payment, so you can move in after 30 or 90 days for on your property. From then on, you can rent it out. Now, the remaining 10%, which is 300,000, which you have to be paid for about 35 months, your monthly amortization will be 8,571.43. While you are paying your other 10% down payment, nagagamit mo na yung property mo. Pwede mo na siyang mapaupahan. Usually, dito sa property na to, let's say for instance, ang property mo will gain you rental income for about 35,000. Pero huwag natin gawin siyang 35,000, gawin na lang natin siyang 25,000 as your monthly rental income. And meron kang amortization na 8,571.43 monthly. Your property amortization are paid from your monthly rental income. May maiiwan ka pang 16,428 pesos 0.57 cents. May cash flow ka na. Times natin sa 35 months. So which means sa loob ng 35 months, meron kang total cash flow na 574,999.95. That's one form of income. Now, the other form of income for your property is that the capital gain. I will give it now the computation. Your TCP is 3 million. Now, times 10% of that is 300,000. So you have 300,000 on your first year, tumubo na yung property mo. So, i-add natin yung capital, yung principal mo. So, 3,300,000 na siya. On your second year, another 10% interest for your property, you have now 330,000 gain. Now, add natin ngayon yung principal mo ulit. So, meron ka ng 3,630,000 on your second year. Now, on your third year, times natin ulit yung interest mo na gain mo ulit doon sa property mo. So, which means nagkaroon ka ng 363,000. I-add natin ulit yung TCP. So, meron ka ngayong 3,993,000 on your third year. Now, your capital gain for your property is 993,000, almost a million. I-plus natin ngayon yung old price ng property mo, yung principal mo ng property mo na 3 million. Ang worth na ngayon ng investment mo ay 3,993,000. Ibawas natin ngayon yung ating principal. Ang investment worth mo na ngayon ng property mo is that 3,993,000. Ngayon, i-minus natin ngayon yung capital para makuha natin yung total capital gain mo. Now, meron ka ngayong resale profit mo na 993,000. Kung pagbebenta mo yung property mo yun, meron ka ngayon 993,000 na tinubo mo doon sa yung property. Okay, ngayon, your first mode of income sa property mo na yung cash flow mo for 3 years mo, for 35 months mo. Now, i-add natin ngayon yung total cash flow mo. Sinitin mo for 3 years lang. Now, yung resale profit mo ng 1,567,999.95. Ayaw mo pa? For almost 3 years lang yan. Ganong kaganda ang real estate. Bakit pala madami mga investors ang yumayaman sa real estate? Because of they have that kind of mentality and they have that kind of strategy which I just learned a few years back. But now I am pushing myself to dig in real estate para makahabol ako. Let's move forward. Sa 1 unit lang ang kinikita mo 1.5 million na kaagad. What if may madami ka pang pera? Gusto mong kumuha ngayon ng mas marami pang unit, kinuha mo 10 unit times that amount. So, meron kang 1,567,999.95. In 3 years time, meron kang 15,679,919.50 na tubo mo na kaagad. Saan ka pa? Sayang. Kaya, hanggat maaga guys, let's focus on investment because this will help us. Being sa OFW, which we are earning a lot here in the Middle East, it's about time for us na mag-invest naman tayo for our own goods, ating family, sa ating personal life. Now, the third way, buy a small business with a good return on investment. If you can find successful small businesses and it's working properly, then purchase it. As the owner, you can capitalize on profit without putting in any or the initial work. You know what? Google local business brokers or agent to find businesses for sale. You also can find those from Facebook groups or other social media platforms, but you have to be careful on selecting. You need to verify and have your own fact check. Check Facebook groups and offers. From that point, you can verify every single brokers. Check if these people are legit and so on for you not to be scammed. Fourth is joining investors group. Join investors group that will widen your views in investment and will link you to the world of investments. and access the group where the successful and know people hang out to share best ideas and practices, investments and businesses. This is very important because you know what, guys, if you are in a right group, if you are in a correct group, that will help you to nurture your brain in terms of real estate. That is very important. Madaming mga organizations or groups that are offering free webinars and seminars, especially our group. We also offer free trainings to enrich your mind in terms of real estate. At we are giving all those for free. Just let me know if you want to join this group, and no obligations needed. Hindi kami nag-offer ng kahit na anong payments and so on. Those are for free because we wanted all the OFW na matuto at lalong mas lumawak ang kaisipan tungkol sa real estate businesses, and you can be a member as well. And even you want to be an agent or sales associate for international sales, just send me a personal message, and then I will add you up to do that group. By the way, this is legit ha, so bawal yung mga scammers dito. Fifth, find or hire a business coach or mentor. This is very important. If you are ready to invest, then hire people or take people or find people that will coach you and will mentor you in real estate. Because starting a business with the right standards and same wavelength of ideas in business that can produce a 500% return on investment on your initial capital based on what's trending today. This is very important. But you have to be careful as well that there are some people that are scammers. You have to be careful. Some of the other people or groups, they will just take your money. They will just let you say invest in this, invest in that. But after giving that money, after all, they will fly. So you have to be careful, and you have to verify first if these people are legit. You can even contact or email or call the developers of that specific project for you to know if that person is legit member of that group or organizations or developer. Otherwise, you'll be sorry at the end. And but if you need to be coached, just let me know. I'm very much willing to help you out in this with no any amount to be collected. No, this is for free. Ever since I'm helping people to learn things, to nurture, to develop people, para at least, alam niyo yung moment na sabi ko sa sarili ko, hindi man ako naging mayaman na tao, hindi man ako biniyayaan ng iba't ibang mga wealth or assets, pero naging masaya ako sa pagtulong ko sa mga tao. Yun lang, panalo na ako, mayaman na ako sa mga bagay na yun. So just let me know if you want to be coach and you want me to mentor you in this. Just let me know, then I will add you up in different in organization that we have. Finding a right mentor or coach, it doesn't need that he needs to be a high profile or high level in degree in education. No, it's not like that one. It's more on the experience that he has. Yun ang importante. Madaming mga mayayaman at bilyonero sa buong mundo hindi nakatapos ng kolehiyo, pero matalino at magaling at maabilidad pagdating sa negosyo. Yun ang kailangan natin. Ako hindi mo ako mayaman, pero alam ko meron na kabilidad. Why you need business coach? Kasi sa ngayon, nag-i-evolve ng mundo. Kailangan natin ng mga eksperyensadong tao para turuan tayo, i-guide tayo, para hindi tayo maligaw. Kasi their experiences, they are sharing it with us para mas matuto tayo, mas lumawak ang kaalaman natin in terms of dun sa area na ginagalawa nila. Kasi eksperyensado na sila eh. They are just giving us all the things that they have learned. Yun ang mahalaga sa lahat. Kailangan din kasi natin i-adapt yung paligid natin sa ngayon. The world is evolving. Nowadays, iba't iba ng mga lumalabas ng mga businesses, mga entrepreneur, iba't iba ng mga business na kailangan i-introduce, and we need all those para tayo mag-grow. Anyway, I will teach you how to do the step-by-step on investing in real estate. Just let me know if you need my help. And then we will turn your small amount into millions after 3 to 4 years. Just have faith. Okay? Tiwala lang yan. If you do not have any coaches or mentors, just let me know. You can direct message me and you can call me on my phone. My phone is there on the link. I have my WhatsApp number, so you can call me, you can message me. So anytime I'm willing to answer all your queries. Just drop a message first before you call me. Listen, if you have watched this entire video but you haven't subscribed yet, you are missing the opportunity in investing in real estate. So please, if you are in YouTube platform, please do smash the subscribe button and notification bell for you to be updated in every video posted. And if you are in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, please do smash the follow button for you to be updated in every videos that I'm going to post. Once again, I am Rich Londons, your content creator. Hi guys, good morning. Today, I will give you the ultimate guide to start in real estate in the Philippines. How to start in real estate? Actually, kahit na sino pwede mag-umpisa sa real estate. Kahit na ikaw ay isang nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa bilang isang kasambahay, o isang construction worker, o isang mekaniko, o isang nurse, isang salesman, kahit po sino ay po pwede po makapag-umpisa sa real estate. And I will give you the ultimate guide on how to start in real estate. Estate po is like more on a game of solving problem. It's like kung isang property may nakita ka and then binili mo siya, isipin mo paano mo siya mapapaupahan, may mga sira yung unit, may mga sira yung property na binili mo. It's just more on how you're going to solve the problem on that property which you just bought. At first, when we're talking about real estate, medyo intimidating siya kasi syempre we're talking about millions ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, and yet alam ko na bawat OFW na hindi ganun kalakihan ang kinikita, natatakot mag-invest sa real estate dahil sa nahihiya tayo sa ating mga sarili dahil ang pinag-uusapan dito ang presyo ay milyon. When in fact, hindi dapat tayo mahiya sa ating mga sa ibang tao sapagkat pare-pares lang tayong OFW, pare-pares lang tayong nagsusumikap para may maabot tayo sa ating mga buhay. Hindi dapat yung dahilan para ma-block ang ating mga sarili para mag-invest tayo sa real estate. Actually, I will give you some of the terminologies dito sa ating video ngayon. Gawin ko pinakasimpleng explanation para po mas maunawaan po ng bawat isa. Okay? And then, after this video, I believe na even you yourself makakapag ka ng mga milyones sa iyong accounts dahil sa tuturuan ka nito kung paano ka makapagpisa sa larangan ng real estate. What is real estate? Real estate is defined as the land and any permanent structures like a home or improvements attached to the land. Whether natural or man-made, real estate is a form of real property. It differs from personal property which is not permanently attached to the land, such as vehicles, boats, and jewelries. Why real estate? Real estate investing is relatively low risk and is a genuinely safe option even for first-time investors. There are enough opportunities or big or small capitals. And also there are endless returns. The longer you have real estate, the more profit you will gain from it. And it is a fixed asset. It will only get more valuable over time. Ano nga ba ang mga types of real estates para mas maliwanagan tayo? First is commercial real estate. Commercial real estate is that used for business instead of living spaces, like hotels, malls, shopping centers. Like it is a building kung saan dadalhin mo doon yung services mo or products mo. So that is commercial real estate. Okay. Second is that industrial real estate. If we're talking about industrial real estate, this is used for production and or storage of goods like warehouses, showrooms, and manufacturing buildings. It's like yung mga raw materials natin, dinadala natin doon sa area na yon para siya is produced bilang maging isang product ng isang brand. That is the industrial real estate. And if we're talking about the land real estate, or real land, ito ay refers to both developed and undeveloped lands like ranches or mga rancho, mga farmlands which talamak sa atin sa Pilipinas, ang mga farmlands especially sa mga northern and southern provinces. We have lots of farmlands there. Also, mga vacant lots, that's also considered as land real estate. And another type of real estate is residences. We have first single attached. Single attached means you have your door, meron kang pinto, meron kang bintana, may bubong, may sariling CR, may sariling backyard, merong sariling spaces sa paligid. And then ito ay nakatayo sa isang land na pag-aari mo o pag-aari kung sino, that is single attached, like single attached building. And the other type of residence is duplex. Duplex is like dalawang magkatabi na building na property, and that is what we call duplex. It's dual. Okay. Now, sa ating terminolohiya sa Pilipinas, meron tayo iba't ibang klase ng mga duplexes na ino-offer sa ng mga developers. Okay? Merong masasabi natin na duplex with provision for loft. At least you can maximize the area, and you can have you can make a very good interior for your loft. And we also have duplex home and extensions, like duplex siya, pero pwede mo siyang lagyan ng extensions sa front or side or at the back. Okay? And we also have two-story duplex, okay, which like 2 floors, okay? And some of the developers, they're also offering, kasi once you have that property, so pwede mo siyang i-develop, i-improve. And then we also have townhouses. Townhouses is more on like, it's like there are 3 or more properties next to each other. That is the townhouses. Okay? But typically, it's multi-floors homes that share 1 or 2 walls but have their own entrances. And then, when we're talking about condominium houses, or condominium properties, or condominium residences, there are 2 kinds of condominium category. We have the mid-rise condominium, and we also have the high-rise condominium. Mid-rise condominium usually around 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 floors. But when the condominium above 10 floors, 12, 13, and so on and so forth, 20, 50, and so on and so forth. So that means that we can categorize into high-rise condominiums. And also, condo hotels. It's like more on, it's hotels where units are sold to individual purchasers. So those are the kinds of residences properties in the Philippines that we have. If we're going to ask ourselves, what kind of property or what kind of real estate are we going to start with? What kind of real estate should I choose as a beginner? In my own point of view, in my own perspective, as a starting investor, I better start with residential. Why? Because residential is very in demand in the Philippines, and condo hotels as well, and because it is less hassle, less expenses, and there are property management. Why less hassle? Is because there is a property management, so which means someone's going to take care of your property, and if there are some repairs, someone's going to take care of your repairs, because you have your property management in that building. That's why better to have like the condominiums, because mas less ka sa expenses, because of madami kang mga ka-share na mag-share those expenses ng buong building. Like for instance, your swimming pool maintenance, your playground maintenance, the entire building maintenance. You have the other homeowners that is sharing with you to pay for the expenses of that maintenance in that building. That's why it's much more less expenses and less hassle. And also less maintenance is because of you have your property management who will take care of your needs in terms of maintenance. And most of all, it is in demand in the Philippines right now, because now the properties in the Philippines more on vertical properties na, more on high-rising buildings na ngayon sa atin sa Philippines. Why? Because of mas convenient. It's because of mas malapit ka sa mga destinations mo sa Manila or any other municipalities or cities in the Metro Manila. that is much more easier instead of going to the faraway provinces or other municipalities far away from Metro Manila, which you will experience traffics and other things along the road every day. So mas conveniente kung makakakuha ka ng mga property within Metro Manila, and especially if it's condominium units, because of it's much convenient to everyone. So let's talk about residential real estate. Residential real estate generates high and reliable cash flow. The most obvious advantage of residential real estate is the sheer amount of cash flow that could potentially generate. Unlike other types of businesses, the income from a residential property is relatively predictable and stable. That's why I do recommend you better start with residential, because even me, I would start with residential real estate. At least it is in demand and stable. Lahat ng tao sa Pilipinas, lahat ng tao naman siguro all over the world, much more important for them is the shelter that they could have in their locations. Now, why I am telling you that better to choose residential properties, because I would suggest that let's turn your home into a residential rental property. So at least in that way, you can earn on your monthly income. Now, what is a residential rental property? According to Investopedia, it refers to homes that are purchased by an investor and inhabited by tenants or on a lease or other type of rental agreement. Residential property is property zoned specifically for living or dwelling for individuals or households. It may include standalone, single-family, dwellings to large, multi-unit apartments, buildings. Now, like for instance, you are planning to purchase a one-bedroom unit in Manila, okay? Like for instance, the TCP or the total contract price of your property is 3 million. Okay. Usually in the Philippines, some of the developers they are asking for 5% down payment to move in. So which means if you're going to pay for 5% for the entire TCP, you can use your property immediately. That's the good thing in the Philippines. That is why most of the investors, they are choosing Philippines to buy some properties there, because much more cheaper in terms of paying all the monthly amortizations. Now let's go back. You have 3 million property. Now you have 5% of it. 5% is 150,000. Now you're going to pay the first payment for about, let's say, reservation is about 30,000 or 35,000 for the first payment. So, because in order for you to have the right to that property, so you have to pay for the reservation. Like for instance, you paid 5% of that total amount, which means that's 150,000. That includes the first payment for the reservation and the second payment for the other balance of the 150,000. And after 90 days, you can move in to that property, which means pwede mo na magamit yung property mo after 90 days. So which means the remaining 10%, which is the 300,000 of that, ay pababayaran mo siya in 35 months. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung 35 months na yon, divide natin yung 300,000, that's gonna be like 8,571.43 pesos only. And you have that monthly amortization of 8,507.43. Pero, nakagamit mo na yung unit mo. Imagine, halimbawa, ang rental doon sa area na ito ay 35,000. Imposibleng hindi mo makukuha yung amount na yan dahil madaming mga platforms na pwedeng pagpasukan ang SMDC Good Stays ng iyong property para maparentahan. Okay, because SMDC is going to assist you on this. Your monthly income is 35,000. Pero wag natin gawing 35,000. Gawin lang natin 25,000 na lang. Maaari kasi isang araw, dalawang araw, walang income. So parang malinis, 25,000 na lang ang iyong magiging income. Okay. Now, ibawas natin yung monthly amortization mo doon sa iyong rental monthly income, which means meron kang maiwan na 16,428.57 na cash flow. So which means cash flow mo na siya. And for 35 months, because you're going to pay for that 10% for 35 months, meron kang total cash flow na 574,999.95. for 35 months. Ibig sabihin, just for the span of 5% na binayad mo para sa iyong unit para makalipat ka at nababayaran mo na siya, yung amortization for yung 10% na amortization mo, nagagamit mo na siya, kumikita ka na, may income ka na. Saan ka pa? Isa pa lang yan sa area, pwede pagkakitaan. No? The other way around is that your capital gains. Now, let's have your capital gains computation. Like for instance, your TCP, your total contract price is 3 million. Every year, kumikita ka ng 10% dyan. Dahil yun yung iyong, how to call this, appraise ng iyong property. Now, for your first year, meron ka lagi 300,000. I-add natin ngayon yung 300,000 mo doon sa iyong TCP. So which means on your first year, you have 3,300,000 na agad. On your second year, i-times po natin yung 10% interest ng property mo. So, ibig sabihin, meron ka na kaagad na 330,000 sa second year mo na tubo or yung gain mo doon sa iyong property. I-add natin ulit ngayon yung iyong 3 million na iyan, na yung TCP. So, meron ka ng 3,630,000 sa loob ng second year. And on your third year, the same way again. Times 10%. So meron kang on your third year 363,000. So i-add natin ulit ngayon 3 million mo na capital. Okay? Doon sa property mo. So meron ka ngayon 3,993,000 pesos. Ibig sabihin, for your 3 years na in-invest mo doon sa property mo na pinapakinabangan mo na siya, dahil nagbayad ka ng 5%, kumikita ka na rin ng 993,000 doon lamang sa 3 taon mo. So, ibig sabihin, i-add natin ngayon yung TCP mo. Ang investment worth na ngayon ng investment mo ay 3,993,000. Where the hell in this world, makikita ninyo yung 993,000 na nakaupo ka lang dyan, nagtatrabaho ka dyan, pero kumikita yung property mo habang ikaw ay nagtatrabaho rin sa ibang bansa. At habang nakaupo ka dyan sa iyong bahay o nakahiga ka sa iyong masarap na higaang kutsyon, kumikita yung property mo. Saan ka pa? Ito pa ngayon. The resale profit na meron ka is 993,000 for 3 years. Now, ang resale profit mo ngayon doon for 3 years is 993,000 for 3 years only lang yan. Ngayon, isama natin ngayon ulit yung iyong cash flow, yung total cash flow mo na 574,999.95. So which means, on your third year, meron kang grand total profit doon sa iyong property na 1,567,919.95. Diba? Magandang bagay. Magandang panimula pa sa taong 2024. Sa isang unit pa lang yan ng property. Paano kung ikaw ay gusto mo ngayon na magkaroon ng mas madami pang property sa loob ng 3 years lamang? Gusto mong madoble, matriple, ma-quadruple, ma-5 times mo yung iyong pera in the span of 3 years. How you will do it? It's just like this. Simple as this. First property, second, third, fourth, hanggang 10th property mo. I-times natin yan sa 3 years. So which means meron kang 15,679,919.50 million sa loob ng 3 taon. Ito yung isa sa mga bagay na sabi ko sa sarili ko, pinanghinayang ko ng mga oras na malaki pag kinikita ko when I was in Dubai, na ngayon ko lang nakilala si SMDC, ngayon ko lang nakilala yung real estate. And thank you so much for the people of SMDC, especially to my mentor, Sir Kenneth Maldia and Ma'am Grace Maldia, itong mag-asawang to, napakababait sa akin at sa lahat ng kanyang team members who always supporting me and who always encourage me sa lahat ng oras, pagkakataon, and they're the one who are really motivates me para mag-focus ako sa real estate dahil ito yung area na hindi ko nakita dati, na nalagpasan ko, kaya I'm very thankful because I have met these people and now I'm focused now on to real estate and hopefully maambunan din ako at mahawaan ako ng galing ng mga taong to, how they mentor their people. Now, how are we going to do it like this? If you're going to buy a property and you need to have your study, Kailangan mong pag-aralan kung paano tumatakbo ang population ng area na yung kukuha ng property para hindi ka pumalpak o sumala doon sa iyong plans. Kailangan mo matandaan yung population ng area mo, paano tumataas yung populations. The more the madaming population, yun ang mas magandang puntahan, bilhan ng property. You know why? Because of people there will continuously buying properties. Magiging in demand ang property dun sa area na dahil pataas ang population. Now, halimbawa sa Quezon City. Quezon City by 2024, they predict that population is now estimated at 3,247,000. Because in the year 2000, the population of Quezon City was 2,173,831. Quezon City has grown by 1.23% annually. These population estimates and projections come from the latest version of the UN World Urbanization Project. These estimates represent the urban agglomeration of Quezon City, which typically includes Quezon City's population in addition to adjacent suburban areas. The bottom is the resource on that matter. Always remember, guys, if the population increases, that is very good in real estate. Because the more people we have, the more houses, units we need, either vertical or horizontal. That is very good in real estate. Because vertical living now is in demand in the Philippines. Anywhere in the world, vertical living is in demand. With that demand, people are now more running to have one. So don't be late. Otherwise, you'll be sorry in the future. Kaya pagkakataon na oras na ngayon. Always remember, in real estate, location matters. It always matters. Now, because the more the location is in a primary area or a premier area, that is very good in real estate. That's much easy to sell and that's much easy to be rented out. In real estate, you need to develop a strategy. Either it's single investment. Single investment means this is something that you're going to use the property by your own or your family. Okay. Second is, are you going to rent it out? Parerentahan mo ba siya sa ibang tao? Okay. Ipapasok mo ba siya sa mga different platforms like Airbnb, Agoda, Facebook, Instagram, and so on. So it depends on you. You just need to make or develop your own strategy. Or ikaw ba mismo ang magpapatakbo ng property mo? Are you going to run it by your own? Ikaw ba ang maghahanap ng market mo? Ikaw ba ang magkakaroon ng sariling some sort of your own Airbnb style of business? So it depends on you. Now, are you going to also have develop a strategy like a bulk buying, like you're going to purchase let's say 5 or 5 kinds of units of property and for bulk buying, and after the property get rise and in demand, then that's the time that you're going to sell your property. So nasa sa inyo po yun. Or you're going to use the flipping or buy and selling strategy. Flipping or buy and selling strategy is more on like you're going to buy and you're going to sell the property once the property is high in demand. So that is the kind of strategy that you're going to have. That is the buy and sell. And the flipping is like you're going to sell the property when the property demand gets high, maybe wala na siyang inventory sa portal, and madaming tao naghahanap ng mga property na yon doon sa area na yun. That's the time that you're going to sell your property. And also, are you going to enroll your property to property management? Because this is very vital, because at least this is hassle-free. Para at least kahit nagtatrabaho tayo sa mga bansa, may tao or grupo or organization na nag-aasikaso sa property natin sa Pilipinas. So para hassle-free, wala tayong problema at all. So yun. And then you just need to pick a strategy from those strategies that I have mentioned you. And then most importantly, pick a coach or mentor. Kailangan niyo kumuha ng mga coach or mentor that will guide you in buying your own property. That is very important. And also copy system of successful people. Okay, if you are going to copy the system of the successful people, that's much better for you. Why? Because these people are proven successful with their strategies. So all you need to do is that to copy their system para at least maging katulad ka rin nila. Kung sila mga milyon sa kanilang nasikaso, kaya maging katulad ka rin nila. Walang masama sa pag-copy ng system nila. At least in that point of view, makukuha mo yung mga iba't ibang klase ng pamamaraan para mas maging successful ka pa sa real estate. Once again, I am Rich Londons, your content creator. See you next time. Bye.